Hi folks, so I was just thinking, I'm just uploading some photos, what am I talking about? I was just uploading some videos I did today. Been out and about, went to the Imperial War Museum at the request of one of my subscribers. Anyway, I've been uploading some of the videos, blah 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 blah. Anyways, one that I'm now in the process of uploading. Now, one of the things as well is that it's taken me hours because I've got a different setting. I've got several different settings on the video editing software that I've got, and for the most part, what I've been using the setting, I think it's like 12. Was it 1280 720 resolution? Anyway, it's all HD either way, but thing is that I noticed that the highest resolution setting it's got is 1080 basically, and I thought as an experiment, because I wasn't sure whether it would do it or whether it would upload it, because like I think my camera's HD, but I don't think it's 1080 quality necessarily. I don't know. I'm not technical. I don't fully understand all the ins and outs of these things. Anyway, the point is that I decided to put it on that setting. But one of the things is that, and I've done it with the last video I've just done and this video. And I didn't notice a massive difference in quality of the video necessarily. There might be a slight better quality to it, I'm not sure. Anyway, so that's kind of what I was thinking. I was trying to see if I can improve the quality of the video. Hopefully not necessarily then meaning to have to upgrade and get a more expensive camera that I can't even afford. So anyway, that's part of my reasoning, that's part of the reason why I've tried this. But one of the drawbacks is that it takes so long to process on the software itself, so it takes twice as long, maybe even longer, doing it that way. Whereas if I do it at a slightly lower resolution, you still get a high quality, but just slightly lower than the one I've been using before. It does it a lot quicker, and it also seems to upload to YouTube a lot quicker. When I do it at the high resolution, the 1080, it seems to double or even quadruple the time it takes to upload. So a 7-minute video, for instance, the video that I just put up now, the 7-minute video, which probably normally, even with a lot of editing on it, uploading to YouTube would only take about maybe an hour, maybe just slightly over an hour. Doing it this way, it's just taken nearly 3 hours to upload a 7-minute video. Do you know what I mean? Because I guess because of the high resolution on it. Anyway, so that said, I'm not sure whether I'll keep using that setting because, like I said, it takes so long, and especially if I do a longer video. I mean, if I do a video like 10, 20, 30 minutes or something like that, if I do another video like that, then flipping out, God knows how long it's going to take. So I'll probably drop the resolution back down. I don't think you'll notice a vast difference though, to be quite honest. I really don't. So that's why I'm kind of umming and ahhing about that. Anyway, the other thing as well is that what I want to say about this particular video that I'm putting up now. It's only short, it's 2 minutes, literally just over 2 minutes. I was going to put it with some of the other things, but I felt it needed to go on its own. Didn't really fit with some of the other stuff anyway. When I just started uploading this, it reckoned it was going to take 40 minutes to do a 2-minute video. Maybe 2.5 minute max. I don't think it was about 2.5 minutes roundabout. But it's going to take 40 minutes. Oh, Spot. He wants to go out. He's got his cat flap, but now that I've started to open the door for him, I give in to him too easily, and now he's found an easier way. All he's got to do is meow like that, and he knows it'll get to me, because you know it's what is it with cats? They just seem to have that really plaintive meow that, and if you're a cat owner, I think you'll appreciate and understand this. You see, I can't ignore that. I'll try to ignore it. I can't. It's really hard to ignore it. It's like, I don't know, maybe this is what it's like for people, parents who have children who cry. You just really can't ignore it. Do you know what I mean? As much as you might want to sometimes, or, you know, because you, whatever, do you know what I mean? There are moments where it's like, oh, for crying out loud. Do you know what I mean? It's like he picks these moments, I know, do you know what I mean? It's like, couldn't you do it when I wasn't really doing anything? It was like almost as if they deliberately pick the moment when you're busy or when you're doing something. Oh man, I'm gonna have to let him out, because otherwise he's just gonna be meow 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 meow. Right. Okay. So sorry for the interruption. I will get back to this in a minute. Let me show you. Look what he's doing right now. Look at him. Look, Spotty. What's the matter? Hey, you want to go out, don't you? He's got a cat flap. His cat flap is down here. Look, this is where his cat flap is. Down there. There's his cat flap. I don't know if you guys can see that very well, but that's his cat flap down there. He uses it perfectly fine any other time. He can come and go as he pleases. But, of course, being a cat, if he can find an easier way than having to use his cat flap, and he's now found a way, he's now found that if he meows like that, he knows that eventually I'll open the door for him. I've become his concierge, I'm telling you. And then as soon as when he comes back, he'll meow at the door to be let in again. Oh, blimey. But, like I said, you cat owners out there, you will know that when you see that little gorgeous little face like that and that little meow, you can't really refuse them. They're so gorgeous, aren't they? Well, I think so anyway. So, alright Spotty, you want to go out, son? Alright, there you go. You see, and that's the other thing as well sometimes, you know, they meow and you think, right, okay, I've opened the door, and you just sit there now. Sometimes he'll go straight out, and sometimes he just sits there. You see, the thing is, I think it's also because during the summertime, because it was quite hot, we had, towards the end of the summer particularly, you know, I had some really hot days, so of course I'd have the door open most of the day, and of course that was so easy for him. He didn't have to use these cat flap in and out as much as he liked. But these days it's getting colder and colder, and you know, I don't mind having the door open for a little while, but you know, I'm not going to have it open all the time because it gets cold in here. Right, are you off now? Alright, I'll see you in a bit. I'm sure you'll come back when you're meowing at me to be let back in. See you later, Spot. Oh dear. Flipping heck. Right. So. Oh man, what's it like being a pet owner? Oh, he's out the door already. What's the matter with you, Buzzcat? Hey? Oh, for crying out loud. Right. Let me just finish this off. Otherwise, you know, we're going to be here all flipping night, aren't we? Right. Now, where was I? Oh yeah, right. Yeah, so, that light's way too bright. Oh, God blimey, Charlie. Yeah, sorry, flipping out. I'll get to the end of this video at some point, won't I? It's now, by the way, 4:45 in the morning. I've been watching Red Wolf do his live stream. He's been doing that for the last 5 hours, but he lives in Canada, so I'm not sure exactly what time of the day or night it is for them. But it's nearly 4 o'clock in the morning for me. I am absolutely shattered, but I've enjoyed it. It's been great fun watching Red Wolf do his stuff. Love Red Wolf. Anyway, if I don't get back to this subject, let's say, alright, so the video I'm putting up, this video is now for my regular subscribers, like I say, and if you cast your minds back, I think it, again, don't quote me on when I did this video, because I can't even remember now. Anyway, if you do remember, it's the one where I went to the Imperial War Museum, and it was the one where I made of the armoured vehicle that was used in Northern Ireland back when we had troops still in there, when all the Troubles was on and all that sort of thing. And if you remember, I made quite an emotional video at that point regarding that vehicle, because I'd never seen one in the flesh before. I'd never been up that close and personal to one before. And I guess in some ways I never really thought about them. Might have seen them on the news at times and this and that and the other, but when you've seen it from that perspective, you can't really get a full appreciation of the thing. Anyway, so the thing is that I honestly, even in that first video and even today, and that's what this video is about. It's only a 2-minute video, like I said, and it's kind of stands out from the rest of the videos anyway, because I honestly didn't expect it to impact me emotionally the way it did. Honestly, and it's genuine. It's not what's them. It affected me so deeply and on such a deep level. I honestly didn't expect it. Do you know what I mean? And there's some stuff in there, particularly particularly upstairs. There's some exhibitions there, or some parts of the museum, exhibits or whatever you want to call them, that are sorry, excuse me, that are even more, I don't know how, upsetting, if you like. That just seems completely and wholly inadequate to describe it, but anyway. But the point is, and don't get me wrong, those other exhibits move me just as much in some ways, but in a different way, and for different reasons, I guess. But with this thing, this armoured vehicle, I don't know. I honestly can't find a way of describing it, but for whatever reason, it just, like I said, I can't even find a really descriptive. It leaves a really bad taste in my mouth. I really don't like it. This particular piece of machinery, for me, gives me such a horrible visual reaction that I don't know. Like I say, it completely stumps me for words. I don't know how to express the way it makes me feel properly. There's something about that machine that, and like I said in the original video, you know, the thing is that the way I see it, maybe it shouldn't even be in the museum, really, because it's supposed to be a museum about war. Now, yes, again, granted, I understand, I know the situation, and I know in some people's minds and the way they viewed it, yes, it was war to them. And again, I don't want to get into all that, and I don't want to get, I'm just expressing a feeling. Do you know what I mean? I'm not expressing anything that's necessarily rational or even. All I'm saying is that to me, it doesn't represent a piece of equipment that you use against an opposing army. Do you know what I mean? Or against a force that you fight in a conventional war, if you like, in that sense. To me, it represents an oppression, and maybe this gets under people's skin a little bit, and I'm sorry if it does, but I'm just expressing the way it makes me feel. And the thing is that, I understand and I get all the nuances, and people can come back and say whatever they like. Do you know what I mean? And I know perfectly well how to answer those questions. I can imagine that quite a few of those questions that people will come back with. And like I say, I can answer those questions quite easily, but I'm not going to try and go, because otherwise, again, I'll end up going into some massive, big, long explanation. Blah 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 blah. Do you know what I mean? The thing is that this isn't a proper platform to have a proper discussion with people with, is it? Really? Do you know what I mean? And so you can't really go into depth and nuance in a video necessarily, and you know, the thing is that I could have discussions with, and it all depends on the person's perspective and where you're coming from and who you are and what your experiences are and all the rest of it. Do you know what I mean? So I can't answer for all of those things. Do you know what I mean? I can only express what I'm thinking and feeling at the time about this particular video. So, as I said, the purpose isn't to upset or to annoy or to whatever. It's just about an expression. So anyway, like I said, you know, that's it. To me, it's not. It doesn't represent that to me. It represents something that is an oppressive tool, whatever you want to describe it. But for whatever reason, and like I said, I don't know why, I don't know what it is, but there's something about that particular vehicle that just really gets under my skin, that really, I don't know, I just don't know how else to express it. I don't. And it surprises even myself. I didn't expect to feel or think that way. I didn't, not for 1 minute. Do you know what I mean? Especially in the first video, particularly. And then when I filmed it today, I must admit, I thought to myself, oh, I know what it is now, and I've seen it, and you know, I made a commentary about it at the time, and you know, will it really still affect me in the same way? And I wasn't too sure, to be quite honest. I really wasn't, but it kind of did. And I felt almost exactly the same as I did on that first day when I saw it. And it's, again, it's interesting because I don't feel the same way about all the other weapons and weapons of war in that place. Do you know what I mean? And some of them obviously were used to actually kill people. Do you know what I mean? People actually died at I was going to say at the hands, but machines don't necessarily have hands. But you know what I mean? I mean, you know, I'm aware and realise that the fact that some of those things probably actually killed human beings. So, you know, but they don't affect me in the same way for whatever reason. I don't know. Try to rationalise it. I don't know. I honestly couldn't. But I just wanted to, anyway, I just wanted to put this out there. I just wanted to get it off my chest. I just wanted to try to explain myself. But even now, as I'm doing this video, and I start to realise, actually, it's practically impossible to try to express it. Even through this, even on the video or whatever. So, anyway, just wanted to do that. So I'll leave it there for now. Got a couple of other videos to put together from today to put up. Probably won't do them now until sometime later on today, because obviously it is today. It's now nearly 4 o'clock in the morning. It's 5 to 4 now. So I'm probably going to go to bed as soon as I've done this. I'm not going to upload this. Probably upload this tomorrow. This one's still uploaded. It's got 11 minutes left. So I'll probably leave this until tomorrow now. I really seriously need to get some sleep. So I'm going to leave it there for now, guys, and I shall catch you guys soon. I hope to go out again today at some point. I'm not sure where I'm going to go yet. Hopefully do some more videos. So in the meantime, I will catch you guys later. Bye for now.